morning everyone, this is Ken Chimbunghanay of Bitaled 3A, and I am here to discuss the factors that influence texture, flavor, color, and nutritional changes when cooking vegetables. So this will be the flow of my discussion. First is the factors that influence texture. Next is the factors that influence flavor. Then, the factors that influence color. And lastly, the factors that influence nutritional changes. In reference to fruits and vegetables, the characteristics that impart distinctive quality may be described by four different attributes. First, it is by color and appearance. Next is by flavor. It can be the taste and aroma. Then the texture. And lastly, the nutritional value. As consumers, these four attributes typically affect us in the order specified above. For example, we evaluate the visual appearance and color first, followed by taste, aroma, and texture. Kramer in 1965 stated that the appearance of the product usually determines whether the product is accepted or rejected. Therefore, this is one of the most critical quality attributes. So first is the factors that influence texture. Textural parameters of fruits and vegetables are perceived with sense of touch, either when the product is picked by hand or placed in the mouth and chewed. In contrast to flavor attributes, these characteristics are fairly easily measured using the instrumental methods. Most plants and materials contain a significant amount of water and other liquid-soluble materials surrounded by a semi-permeable membrane and cell wall. The texture of fruits and vegetables is derived from their turgor pressure and the composition of individual plant cell walls and the middle lamellar glue that holds individual cells together. Cell walls are composed of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectic substances, proteins, and in the case of vegetables, lignin. Tomatoes are an example of a fruit vegetables that is approximately 93 to 95% water and 5 to 7% total solids. The latter comprise of roughly 80 to 90% soluble and 10 to 20% insoluble solids. The greatest contributor to the texture of the tomato products are insoluble solids, which are derived from cell walls. The three-dimensional network of plant cell walls is still unresolved, but is a topic of a great interest to scientists in that to a large degree that indicates the perception of consistency, smoothness, juiciness, etc. in fruit and vegetable tissues. This according to Waldron et al. In 2003. According to Bourne in 1982, the textural properties of a food are the group of physical characteristics that arise from the structural elements of the food, are sensed by the feeling of touch, and are related to the deformation, disintegration, and the flow of food under a force and are measured objectively by functions of mass, time, and distance. The terms texture, rheology, consistency, and viscosity are often used interchangeably, despite the fact that they are described properties that are somewhat different. In the practice, the term texture is used primarily with reference to solid or semi-solid foods. However, most fruits and vegetables are viscoelastic, implying that they exhibit combined properties with ideal liquids, which demonstrates only viscosity and ideal solids which exhibit only elasticity or deformation. Next is the factors that influence flavor. Flavor of fresh fruits is more important than for fresh cut vegetables due to the way the products are consumed. Fresh cut vegetables tend to be consumed as components of salad or sandwiches. Since fresh cut fruits are more likely to be consumed without other ingredients, they must be sweet without the presence of flavors. Since sweetness is increased with ripening and ripe fruits deteriorate more rapidly, most fruits are harvested before full sweetness has been achieved. Sweetness does not increase in cut cantaloupe during storage. It is according to Iswaran et al. In 2007. And it's unlikely that the significant increases in sweetness will occur in other fresh cut fruits after packaging. Developments of more intense aroma has been achieved by feeding precursors into the atmosphere of strawberry tissue cultures on fruit. It is according to Zabetaki and Holden in 1997. But this technique is not being used commercially. So it is said here that there are many ways to develop its flavor. In such ways, in this example is the strawberry, which they have the technique to add some things in the atmosphere of the strawberry tissue rather. Bitterness and an undesirable taste found in some fresh cut vegetables such as salad greens. It is said by Leinhardt et al. In 2006. When Cruz C. Feracelis are ruptured, glucosinola tesanhydroenzymatic hydrolysis with the endogenous myrosinase enzymes releasing thiocyanates and isothiocyanates, sulfate and glucose. Processing and packaging precautions must be taken to ensure that off-door and off-labels do not jeopardize the marketability of shredded crucifer products. Sourness is an indication of the use of immature fresh-cut fruits such as may occur in the case of apples. So it is being said here that two of the most important is the processing and packaging, because it will affect the off odors and off flavors, and it can jeopardize your product and it can affect your market, according to Harker and et al. In 2003. That the factors that influence color. Color is derived from the natural pigments in fruits and vegetables, many of which change as the plant proceeds through maturation and ripening. The primary pigment is imparting color quality that are fat-soluble chlorophylls, or green, and carotenoids, yellow, orange, and red, and the water-soluble anthocyanins, red and blue, flavonoids, which is yellow, and betalains rather, red. In addition, enzymatic and non-enzymatic browning reactions may result in the formation